Next up, at UFC Vegas 89, we have Miles Johns taking on Cody Gibson. Miles Johns. What?
This is Yoel Romero versus Darren Till. This is the matchup that we've been waiting for years.
This does kind of look like
Yoel versus Darren Till, baby.
Dude, this does look like that. You didn't just think of that, right? You've thought about that already?
Well, I always knew that Cody looked like Darren Till, and I always knew that Miles Johns looked like baby Yoel. So here we are.
That is funny. Thomas says 420 viewers. We are streaming to multiple platforms,
roll that
Thomas.
Blunt. 420, roll that blunt. Smoke that gange.
420 is on YouTube. We are also on Kick, Rumble, and Twitch live right now. Thank you all. 500 of you for watching. We got Miles Johns taking on Cody Gibson. Miles Johns, 13-2 overall. 3-1-1 in his last 5, but he should be 4-1 because of a little mishap. Miles Johns has had a couple run-ins with USADA. One time, didn't fill out his paperwork for the Adderall, so they suspended him. This most recent time, he did pop for, I forget the name, whatever it is. He popped for it. And then he filed an appeal saying, this is such a small amount. We don't even know where this came from. This is ridiculous. And while his appeal was being filed, USADA actually changed the thresholds. And they're like, all right, it's no longer, you're right. It's no longer a violation. They threw it out. So it's gone. It's sort of a moot point. They did overturn that win, and they didn't undo that. But he won that fight, so should be 4-1 in his last 5. He's taking on Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson is 19-9, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off the tough finale loss to Brad Katana. Miles Johns, always a tricky guy to break down because he's very talented. He's a very strong wrestler. He does have heavy hands, and he is explosive. The wrestling used to be the core of everything he did, and then he found some power, knocked a few people out, and you could literally see the moment. He knocked some people out, and then from that point on was like, I'm not a wrestler anymore. I'm now this guy. And then he would sit and wait to throw that big one-punch power. He's finally started to work takedowns back into the mix. He's coming off the win over Dan Argueta. He worked his way forward. There were some wrestling exchanges, and he won that fight. I thought Dan Argueta was going to win that fight, and Miles Johns won that fight. Looked pretty good doing it, actually. He's taking on Cody Gibson. This guy's a solid striker. He uses his length well. He is very long and can be busy in exchanges. He uses that length to set up his strikes and then defend takedowns, which he will probably be doing in this fight. He is primarily a striker. If you do take him down, you can have success holding him there. He's coming off the Ultimate Fighter finale loss to Brad Katana in what was a busy striking match where he did defend 2 sort of half-ass takedown attempts. The problem here, and I do have a bet on this fight, I'll tell you in a second. The problem here is that in order for Miles to win this fight, he's going to need to wrestle. Otherwise, he's probably going to get lit up on his feet just waiting to land that big overhand. And the problem is, while he did wrestle in his last fight, that was because Dan Argueta wrestled him. So it got him in wrestling mode. Oh, I'm fighting a wrestler. He's trying to take me down. I'm in that mode. And that's how he fought. That's the mode he was in, and that's where he had his success. We're not going to get any of that from Cody. I do trust Miles. He's the much younger fighter. Here, look at the age difference. I didn't realize Cody was 36. Miles Johns is 29. He is still evolving. He's still getting better. USADA is no more. I think Miles Johns can come forward, get the takedowns, stay in his face. He has decent output at 3.51 significant strikes per minute. I think Miles Johns is the better fighter, and the only way he loses is if he does slow down and then give up later rounds. This should go to a decision, but I think Miles Johns will have at least enough cardio to win the first 2, and I can't imagine we have a couple of catastrophic decisions like we did last time. Miles Johns is the pick. What do you think, Jakey boy? Oh, and I have a money line bet on him at -150, half a unit. What do you think, Jakey boy? What do you think, Jakey boy? Jakey boy, what do you think?
He knows how to take those pictures. I don't know if you saw what I was doing there, man.
The duck lips? No, I saw what you were doing.
I mean, you got to suck in those
cheeks
off those cheekbones. That's what the girls love right there.
Do they, though?
Well, according to my Instagram, they fucking do. So, according to my
oh, yeah? Show
DMs.
me how many likes that's... I'll look it up. Go ahead. You break this down while I look up how many hot chicks like your duck face stream picture.
Well, I don't think there's any on my actual Instagram. It's on my story. You can't see my. I think I hid you from my story. To be honest with you.
Go ahead. I would love to hear your opinion on this fight.
I like Miles John in this fight, and the breakdown is pretty much what you said. He's gone back to the wrestling, thank God, right? I mean, I had a former lock of the week. His last loss was against Sexy Mexi. That was a lock of the week against Miles John because I knew that Miles Johns was just going to throw wild shit, throw heavy shots, not mixing the wrestling, and he was going to gas. And that's exactly what happened because my lock of the week fucking never loses. So Sexy Mexi got the job done. But since that fight, as Ansel mentioned, he went back to the wrestling against Vince Morales. Only got 1 takedown, shot 12 of them. Against Dan Argueta, that wasn't an easy guy to wrestle, but he did turn on the wrestling, and he was out wrestling a wrestler. He wasn't just shooting takedowns on somebody he knew he could get takedowns on. He was working in that fight. And Dan Argueta went into that fight thinking, I'm going to fucking outwork Miles Johns. That's how I am going to win this fight. I'm going to outwork Miles Johns because I've seen people do it before. That's what Sexy Mexi did. That is the game plan I'm going to bring into is just chain wrestle, and I'm going to outwork this guy. And Miles Johns not only showed that he can turn on the wrestling, the offensive wrestling, but he showed decent cardio. Obviously, he started slowing down in the third, but Dan Argueta started slowing down as well. He showed his toughness. He showed increased durability and endurance. And if he brings that same type of tenacity into this fight, I think he's going to be all over Cody Gibson. I think he's going to have the power. He's going to have the wrestling. He's going to have the grappling advantage. And he should kind of be all over this guy. If he starts fucking around again and just winging right hands and starts gassing himself out and Cody's able to stand in the pocket and kind of touch him up and wear him down, he definitely can lose this fight. But Miles Johns should win this fight. And honestly, he should probably be a 2-1 favorite in my mind. So I get the bet on him, and he should dominate this fight. And I'll be there, so maybe I'll tell him, hey, fucking wrestle. Hey.
He's a Dallas guy.
Hey.
We should reach
Is he
out
Fortis?
to Fortis. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Is he
Oh, you cut out for a second. He's in Fortis.
Is he Fortis? Is he safe Sayud to say? Oh my God.
I
used to be a safe Sayud guy, but holy shit, that guy just doesn't shut the fuck up during fights, man. I honestly, if you're that type of fighter that can listen to that and engage in that, then good for you. And it seems like there's a lot of fighters that do, because I do love him as a coach. But for me, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, because he coaches them through every move right, move left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move left, right hand up, back step. I mean, the whole time he's working them through every fucking position. It's like, Jesus Christ.
He does get a lot of respect.
My dad went to one golf match, talked to me after one hole, my freshman year, the very first hole, and I told him my dad never came to another one of my golf matches my entire high school career. I can't deal with that shit. I think I bogeyed the first hole. I'm a freshman, and know what he said to me? Walked up to me in between holes and said, you got to birdie the next one. Yeah, no fucking shit. No, that's what I'm trying to. I'm not out here trying to shoot bogeys. I'm not out here trying to fuck around. He's like, you got to get that stroke back. You got to birdie the next one. Yeah, no fucking shit. Guess what? You're not coming to another one of my golf matches. And he didn't come to another fucking one.
Well, now you guys are super close. So good call.
Yeah, take the low road again.
Okay. Well, I'm just so used to towering over you. It's a nice change of pace every now and then. We got Miles Johns at $8,200 in DraftKings. I do think that could be worth it, especially if he's going to grapple and get a few takedowns, get some control, and then work from there. Do you agree with that statement,
I didn't
Jacob?
Hear what you said, so just keep it moving.
Miles Johns is decent at $8,200.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, what's up your ass? What's up your ass?
I'm chill, man. I'm just reading chats and you're reading chat.
Just making sure. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.